you for 9 years now. Can you believe that? So that's right. We are profound professionals, and we've been coming to you for 9 years. We're going to have our 10-year anniversary next year. I can hardly believe it. Um, you know that I'm your host, Jessica Koch, and you know that we've been bringing all these guests. But did you know it's 1,000 industry experts from all over the world? They help improve your personal life and they help grow your business. So today, we have a great guest here for you. We have Linda Joy Benn. She is the creator of the BENN Method. The BENN Method, it sounds really official and important. It is an advanced self care for the soul. And what could be more important than that? Linda Joy works with
Mm.
professionals, healers, trainers who feel stuck, overwhelmed, burnt out, disconnected from their true purpose on any given day. That could have been any of us. That could be talking to you out there. That could be you. She
Mhm.
guides them to reconnect with their soul's mission, reclaim their, I love this word, MoJOY. Do you have some MoJOY out there? Put it in the chat if you got some MoJOY. I'm feeling like I've got my MoJOY on today. And she empowers them to share these transformational tools with clients all over the world. She's like us. We want to impact people all over the world. That's why I go hunting for these great guests. So, welcome. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me, Jessica. Wonderful to be here and wonderful to be with your audience as well. Thank you so much.
It is
Thank you.
our pleasure. And you know, how lucky for you to, lucky, blessed, whatever you choose to see the energy as, to have the middle name Joy, to have joy be part of your name. Like, so fabulous, super fabulous. At the top of the energy field, well, right up there with love, right? Joy, love, gratitude, the top of the
Yes,
energy field. You kind of pulls you up and keeps you sticking there all the time, I would think.
exactly. And that's why I use my middle name because joy is high vibration. And that's
Mhm.
my whole purpose for everything that I share with my audience, with my clients, with the world. It's like get your mojo back. And then
Right.
when you feel that in every cell in your body, everything else, it's like it just flows
Does it fall?
beautifully. Yeah.
Alignment, really, when you feel aligned and connected in your life, that is the very first stepping stone and secret to vast
Mm.
prosperity and positive abundance and all of the rest of the pieces falling into place. So tell us how
Mm.
this became your mission to keep people from feeling the negative O word, and burnt out and disconnected, and just how you're helping these professionals who are then helping all of their clients and professionals in the world. How did this become your mission and journey?
Well, and thank you for asking that question. My journey started back when I was 21. In
Mm.
1990, I met my spiritual teacher, and I met him, and it was very synchronistic, because I l- a lot of Australians, let me just back up. A lot of Australians, we save up money and we go on a backpacking expedition adventure
Mhm.
around the world. And so I'd been saving up and I bought my one-way ticket to London but prior to leaving Australia, I went to the doctor just to, have a checkup and then found out I had cancer. But I knew that I needed to leave Australia because the answers I would get overseas. And so I went on my 3-year walkabout, but it was when I was living in San Francisco that I met this lady who said, now this is 1990. So psychics, clairvoyants, healers,
It
it's
wasn't
like that.
it wasn't
Whoa,
mainstream, the thing.
that
Yeah.
was, yeah. Anyway, um, and she said to me, I've heard that there's a really good psychic in San Jose. Will you come with me? Because she was skeptical. And I went, absolutely. So we both went down to San Jose, had a reading with Dale. And afterwards, Dale gave me his card and said, I don't normally do this, but this is my card. It's got my home phone number. Call me. And that's where the floodgates opened. That was my healing, the start of my healing, because no one knew that I had cancer. No one knew all the suppressed sadness and hurt and the trauma that I had pushed down. And Dale never mentioned it in our readings. It was kind of just an overview because we were both sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
And even the friend I went with, she had no idea what was going on, because on the outside, I just, put on a smiley face and, ignore the elephant in the room. But what Dale helped me to do is to understand the mind, body, spirit connection, why I created the cancer and all the emotional pain and all
Mm-hmm.
the trauma that I had suppressed and pushed down, and
Mm-hmm.
also what my purpose was and why I chose my family in this life and all the roles that they were playing.
Mm-hmm.
So it completely changed my perspective on, oh, wow, I chose my family to be abusive and to ostracize me, and they're not meant to love or support me or be kind or do any of those loving, nurturing things. It's like I've got the universe and a lot of higher masters who are supporting me on this journey.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the 6 months, I went down every week to spend 2 days with Dale. And I learnt more from him than you could get from any workshop or course or seminar or retreat. It was deep, and a lot of healing. And that's the foundation of what put me on my path, because he basically said, if you keep going down this path, you will not be here.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I'm here and so passionate about helping others who have gone through a lot of trauma, who are dealing with either physical or emotional pain
Mm-hmm.
and or any mental challenges, and reminding them of who they truly are as a soul and come back into alignment with their true essence of who they are. And so through the 35 years of everything that I've studied and all the clients I've worked with and all the different modalities and trainings, this has been the foundation of what put me on my
And there's a
purpose.
happy healing ending story to this story. All is well for you now, I hope. Yes.
Absolutely. I healed, yeah, my body naturally, medication free of cancer. And then I did my 3-year walkabout around the world,
Mm,
and then I came back, and it's like I just study,
mhm,
and then working and started my business, and I'm in the 90s and working with clients,
mm,
and really everything that I've learned over the years, it was also to heal me, because when we have healed something within us, then a client would come and with that same issue, and it's like, oh, this is what I did, do
mhm,
this. And so it was really about empowering my clients to believe in themselves. No one's broken, no one needs fixing. And
mhm.
it was empowering them that you have all the tools within you, believe in yourself, and do not give your power away to practitioners or healers or doctors or
That
specialists who give you
yeah,
these labels. It's like,
yes.
no. And even um, when I went through another experience that completely shattered my life, and I was leaving. Would you like me to share that?
Well, yes,
Because
in 1 second, I will say for all you out there following that, this is, Linda Joy's story, and, we are sharing and I would love for you to explore working with her if you feel drawn to. However, remember that we're not giving you legal, medical, financial, or any other kind of advice. If you have anything that you need a professional for, go see a professional doctor, go see a lawyer, go see a CPA, go see a financial planner who's licensed in your area that you feel comfortable with. But also, if you feel drawn, having a conversation with Linda Joy, sharing her experience and learning about her programs is a wonderful option. Just know that this show is not here to give you medical advice. We are just sharing
Absolutely.
Linda's Joy's story. So please do share your stories some more.
So from when I started my business, I was working with a lot of clients doing body work, energy work, and healing work, and also learning more and more different modalities. And the work, it was so much more than just body work. It became more psychic surgery
Mm,
and really like so many profound messages coming through, and more somatic work and on a deeper level, more on the medical intuitive,
mm,
because I could pull things out of people's bodies, and it's like, okay, now you're free. Now go and just, enjoy your life and have fun. And this is what moved me more into my coaching and training and workshop facilitation and
mhm.
teaching, all around the
And if
world.
they want to find that now, where would they go, Linda? Where's the best place for them to find you, to find out where your group programs, your one-on-one, your workshops, your next big thing, how can they work with you?
So lindabenn.com, that's the website.
Linda Ben.
And yes, LINDABENN.com.
Mhm,
So that's got all my programs and courses and workshops, and there's a bunch of resources there, free resources, free downloads,
mhm,
plus um, uh, every week I do my Soulful Ascension episode
mhm,
on my podcast. And so that's on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. And
mhm,
that this is energy tips and what's the energy doing right now, and follow these steps. So that's all in my weekly newsletters as well, which they
mhm,
can get for free. So it's really guiding each person. This is what the energy is doing. This is where the planets are, and we're all connected to the stars and the planet and the
mhm,
universe. So if you're feeling, wobbly, if you're feeling these, like a lot of old stuff is coming to the surface, you're not alone. And this is how you can transmute it and transform it into love and light, because that's who we truly are. So all the tips that I share and all the articles that I share is really to help individuals to just come back into alignment, come back home to who you truly are, and what's important to you, and back to your soul's mission and purpose. So that's it, it's coming back to your truth, mind, body, soul, and dissolving anything that is not your truth.
mhm.
This is the trauma and the all the emotions of rejection or abandonment or betrayal or any physical ailments of
That's why
illness or
that's why
disease or pain
forgiveness
or
Yeah, that's why forgiveness is so important, because it allows you to let go of a lot of that so that you can stay true and be the best version of yourself too. So, yeah.
exactly. And also when you're in a state of gratitude, and you said this before, you can't be stressed and grateful
Mhm.
at the same
Yeah,
time.
it's
So,
difficult. Mhm.
we all have a choice, and this is where gratitude is so simple, but
Mhm.
it's like come from that place of just gratitude, and when you truly feel grateful, automatically your MoJOY uplifts,
Yes, it
and you
does.
feel like, wow, this is a beautiful world that we live in, and let's have fun on this playground.
Mhm.
And that's what I in my BENN method it's like helping people to create the world that they choose to live in, which is heaven on earth. It's like
Mhm.
everyone loves each other and helps each other and supports each other and collaborates,
Mhm.
and there is no wars or deceit or corruption or any of those low vibration
Yeah.
things. It's like we are all just co-creating the new world that we choose to live in,
Mhm.
and there it's just all coming from
You
love
said
and light and joy.
you said there was another story you were gonna share. You went through something else. I know that the watchers will get me if I don't let you finish that story. I just had to throw the disclaimer in there, and then I threw you off onto a different track. So, let's get that story in, and then we're gonna hit a tip, even though you've already given some really juicy ones already. Uh,
Okay, so I had my business very successful in Australia, and I just thought, you know what? I feel like a big fish in a small pond. I need a bigger audience. So this was 2008 that I had an epiphany. I want to move out of Brisbane and move to the beach, and then I moved to the beach, and it was there. And by the way, this is when the GFC happened and a lot of things were all falling apart, though I
mhm.
was like, wow, what else can I do? How can I spread my love and light and joy in the world? Anyway, and it was in 2009 that I decided I'd move to California and start all over again. So closed up and closed down everything here, and went on a whim to California, to the San Francisco Bay Area, and started my journey there. I lived there for 7 years. And in that time, I had private practices. I was teaching workshops, and also lived and worked in Silicon Valley with a tech company as their wellness consultant. And I moved 15 times in this time. So there was a lot of moving and a lot of disruption in my life. Though I met a lady at a networking event when I very first arrived, and she befriended me, and I she was my friend. I didn't think anything of it, but I was also very naive to narcissism
Uh,
and people don't who have another agenda. So and and I later find out that her and I had a soul contract that she would do to me what she did. So over the seven
I'm
years
sorry that you went
we
through.
were friends, and she was like always interested in what are you doing? Because at the networking event, she went, "Oh my God, your light is so bright, and I'm just mesmerized. I could just stare at you from the other side of the room." And I went, "Oh, that's nice, but that's a red flag. If someone's love bombing you, beware." And
Mm,
so then she would say, "Oh, what are you doing?" "Oh, I'm going to this party." "Oh, can I come?" "Okay." "Oh, what are you doing?
mm.
Can I
But
come to
you
this?"
were able to kind of break free and move from this, right? Yeah.
Well, again, I, thought because she disguises herself as a spiritual teacher. And so she was always like following me around anywhere I was
Mhm.
going and interested in my life. And then by the end, because the corporate company, they no longer exist, so that ended. And then I lost my little dog that I took over from
Mhm.
Australia. And then she says, "Oh, you came to America with so much light, but your light's gone out. But I've got this program, thousands of dollars, and I'll help you." So she was coaching me, and then she went, "I think you should go back to Australia." So it's like I gave my power away to her. And in the transition of moving back to Australia, and I'm really speeding up all,
Yeah,
making this a
because we
short
want to get to the
story.
happy ending. Let's find the
Oh,
happy ending.
oh, okay. So we went to a plant medicine ceremony. She said, "I'll pick you up from your hotel and I'll drop you back." I'd never done plant medicine. I thought, oh, everyone has these, amazing experiences. It's very enlightening. Sure, that sounds like fun. I'll come with you. I had no idea that was going to shatter my soul,
Mm.
and so from there, because I found out later, she's got an agreement with a
A lot of
demon that
bad
if you,
challenges, yes.
yeah,
She's
yeah,
got a lot,
yeah,
to say she has a lot of challenges, and
exactly.
unfortunately, you were exposed to them, but you broke free and started anew.
So I came back to Australia. I wasn't the same person. I
Mm,
really, and I spiraled down. I hit rock bottom. I mean, rock bottom. I
mhm.
lost my will to live. And
Oh,
I was given all these medical labels, and I'd lost so much weight that my hip dislocated, knee
oh.
dislocated. I was stick thin. My brain was shutting down. I lost eyesight in my left eye. Liver was functioning at
How did
38%.
you
I was
wake up from that low?
well, I went to my spiritual teacher who in 2004, this is the Palawa healing that I learnt from her. Sorry, I didn't mention that. But that's an enlightenment modality. And I went and had a reading, and she just looked at me and went, "What are you doing? You're committing energetic suicide." And I said, "Yeah, I know. I'm exhausted." Because I just thought, "Oh, I'm burnt out." But
Mhm,
it was like, no, my soul was shattered. So if you can imagine smashing glass and all the little fragments, that's how I
mhm,
felt. And I lost my will to live. And then, but
mhm,
what she said, this is my turnaround. She said, if you end this contract now, the next life will be 10 times worse. And I
mhm,
just went, so that was my motivation to heal my body. I said to spirit, okay, I take responsibility for, what I've created, and please help me heal my body. That's when I asked them, what do I need to heal? And that's when I got the BENN method. It's balance, it's energy, it's nurture and nourish, because my life
mhm.
was so out of balance. I had no energy. I didn't love myself and or nurture or nourish my
Yeah.
physical, my mental, emotional. And then all the medical labels I was given, I healed my body medication free. And this is why I created my BENN Method Academy. And
Mhm,
it is advanced self care for the soul. So it's reminding people to come back to your soul's essence and
mhm,
your
mhm,
soul's mission and why you are here. It's like, who am I? And then anything that is low vibration or not in alignment with
mhm,
your truth is like, that's what we clean up.
mhm.
And so the BENN Method Academy, it's my legacy, and it's also a sacred garden that I have created, and it's by invitation only who comes
Mhm.
into my garden, because maybe not everyone is aligned
That's true.
with my mission and purpose. And also it's a sacred space for everybody who's in the garden. It
Mhm.
is heaven on earth, because that's the visual that I got. It's like, this is the environment that I'm creating, and I will only invite those who also are in alignment. So
Yeah, and
that
life is such a precious gift. If you're ever struggling or worried or having challenges, there's wonderful hotlines. There's wonderful people in the world like Linda Joy that you could reach out and contact. There's all kinds of resources. So we love and honor life, and we always want everyone to realize how beautiful and precious and important theirs is. So thank you for sharing that. All right, how about a tip? Can you give us a tip today?
I have so many tips, but
I know, we've already had
one that is just quick, simple, easy, free is your breath. Because
Mm,
when you just breathe, this
mhm,
is your life force energy flowing through your body. It helps you to come back into the present moment. And
mhm,
there's a lot of breath works become more and more popular, though one of the breathing techniques, I mean, there's the four square breathing, but the one that I like is And we can all do this together. It only takes a minute. So you breathe in for the count of 4 and hold for 7. And now breathe out for 8. And then do that again. Breathe in for 4. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in for 4. Hold. And now breathe out for 8. And what this does is calms your whole mind, your body, your every nerve, your nervous system, every system, because you're activating your vagus nerve just by that deep
Mhm.
breath. And then it gets you into the parasympathetic nervous system. So the breath, and we can do this anytime you're feeling anxious or stressed or overwhelmed, or it's like you feel that, or even in your head and the mind's going, it's like just stop, come back into that present moment and just breathe. And the more you can just be quiet, and get off all devices, and just go and stand bare feet out in the grass and
Mhm.
connect with nature. I've got a tree out in my backyard, and I'll just go, put my forehead and my third eye on the tree, and it's like, okay, what's the message that you have for me today? Or I have birds that visit me every single day, and I feed them, and it's like I just love nature. So the more you can just be out in nature, we are surrounded by so
Mhm.
much beauty, and it's just about stopping this hustle and bustle of life and this
Yeah.
get off the treadmill and just go and connect and just breathe and just be
Mhm.
still and quiet, and it's so simple.
Yeah, I agree. When I when I need a minute or throughout the day, I'll often just go out and stand on my front porch and arch my back and put my face into the sunshine and just feeling that sunshine. Or if I really need some relief, I find some sort of water. I go walk by the water. I go to the ocean. I listen to the waves. Get
Mm,
myself near water somehow because somehow that's very powerful for me. And then something else you
absolutely.
said earlier that I think is a great tip is, if you are feeling overwhelmed or worried, just quickly, we have thoughts throughout the day of, oh, I'm worried about this or this person or this thing or
Mhm.
whatever. But you can instantly add to that, oh, and I'm very grateful that this, right? So if you catch yourself having that worry thought, you can quickly add to it something you're grateful for, and it'll shift you from low back. We're a little bit like rubber bouncy balls because we can go from
Exactly.
worrying about
Yeah,
something to being joyful and happy and grateful and then worried again and then back up again. And we're like little
yeah.
bouncy balls all day long. The trick is paying attention to your thoughts and your self-talk and making sure
Mhm.
you can bounce back up so that you don't fall too low for too long, right? We all have our moments,
Yes,
but we want most of them to be joyful moments. So,
exactly. And just keep track of how you are feeling in
mhm,
each moment, and though, and what's use your body as your barometer, and then
mhm,
that will help you to make clear choices and decisions.
mhm,
Oh, I'm at a crossroad. I can choose to go here. How does that feel?
mhm,
Or I can choose to go here. How does that feel? And then always make the choices for your highest good and
mhm,
destiny. And it's like, and maybe the mind is taking you off a tangent because that's where all the stories are, but just keep dropping into your heart, and
mhm,
because we have the three brains, our gut, our heart brain, and our head brain. So
mhm,
listen more to your heart and your gut,
mhm,
and make those clear choices, because we get to make choices every single day. That's, we are humans, we have free will,
mhm.
and that's the free will that we have to on our journey. of discovery.
That's
Yes.
right, and that's a great segue into, since our very first show, so many of, all of our guests, that's
Mm,
part of what makes them profound, has chosen to, think, not just about themselves and not just about serving and loving their clients, but
mm,
also about amazing causes, that are in the world.
mm.
And you have a nonprofit cause that's close to your heart that helps care for children. You wanna tell us the name of that
Yes.
one?
So it's called Destiny Rescue. It's an Australian charity, and what they do is travel all around the world to protect children.
Mhm,
And doesn't matter male or female, it's
mhm,
about protecting children
mhm.
and helping
Yeah,
them
that's
on
right.
another path.
Yeah, a path to safety. There's so many things out in the world
Yes.
that children need protected from,
Mm,
and I'm sure you can imagine some of the things, that this amazing cause can support them
mm,
with. So look them up, check them out, or check out a cause similar to that to you, or just
mm,
remember that, oh yeah, I have a cause I care about and haven't talked to them in a while. Call them up and see what they're in need of. They might just need time, treasure, or talent, that you can provide. And sometimes just spreading some awareness, using these social platforms for the energy and power of the betterment of
mm.
all of the world is the very best way, we can use social media, I think. And that's part of why we've always
Exactly.
incorporated this segment into our shows. So, how about a book that inspired your personal life or helps you grow your business, Linda?
So many personal development books. So in 1990, when I met Dale and we were working together, he said, get these two books, Homecoming by Bradshaw and Healing the Child Within. And
Mm,
then since then, there was Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. That's been profound. I still
mhm,
use that today. Also, The Body is the Barometer of the Soul.
mm,
And now there's so many other books on that genre, The Body Keeps
mm,
Score and Innocent Girls book. So everything is about educating that our thoughts are creating this illness or disease in my body or causing misery or
mhm.
causing this emotional conflict in my mind. So
Did Dale ever
just
write a book? Do you know?
I don't believe so.
Oh,
No, he did paint a painting
mm,
before me of me in this life, several of my past lives, and then the influences of this life, and then there's a wizard with a crystal ball
mhm.
that
Very
he was
cool.
handing,
Is
and
he
so
still
that
with
was all.
us? Is he still around?
No,
Oh,
no, he passed in 2006,
mm,
and I had a session, to ask like why, and he said he just got kind of fed up that people weren't listening. He
mm,
was so wise and had so much wisdom to share, but people were not listening. So he
mm,
created cancer and he passed. He said, I know it's not very spiritual of me, but yeah, he was kind of just frustrated that
mm,
people weren't listening. And I felt that, in 2004, when I was talking about a modality that I still
mhm,
teach today, it's about shifting consciousness, expanding awareness, connecting all 12 strands of DNA. People just thought, oh my God, you're from another planet, that's woo woo. And because that's what really awakened me and took me to another level. But and that's why I was traveling and teaching all these, around the world to help others awaken. Whereas now in 2025, well, now everyone's feeling the shift in the last
and it's a shame
couple of
he's not
years.
here to enjoy it because there is a
He's
huge shift.
watching me. He's one of
Yeah,
my guides, and I know that he's always with me.
yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
Well, he didn't write a book maybe, but you've written some. Tell us about those.
So I've been part of a couple of different and now books with others. One is Reclaim Your Inner Goddess. The other one is Empowered Self-Care, Healing Mind, Body, Soul. And
Mm,
then my own book that I'm working on is to support my students in the BENN Method Academy, because this will be a Train the Trainer program as
mhm,
well. And then another book, which is all my stories and all the significant emotional events that I've gone through. That will be a separate book, because the BENN Method book will be more of a workbook to support
mhm.
my students with all the tools and everything that they're learning in the academy. So that's still yet to be published.
All
It's coming
right.
out soon. It's in the works. Yes, yes,
Well, if you
yes.
out there have written a book and you're thinking, wait, I should be on this podcast too, well, put some information in the chat, direct message us, reach out to me and my team, and we will help you get booked on Profound Professional so that you can share your story, your gifts, and all of the things you have to give to our beautiful world so that we can make it yet even just an even better place. So it has been lovely, Linda Joy, to have you on the show. I hope you have had some fun
Thank you.
with it all.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's my
Yes.
pleasure. Now, before we go, I would love for you to share a final thought, some information or inspiration as we close out today.
To all your listeners out there, remember you're not broken. You don't need fixing. You have all the answers within you, and just believe in yourself, and come back home to your heart, to your soul, and remember who you truly are and why you're here. And when you're in your heart, just feel the love and the peace and the joy that is your truth and your true essence of who you are. And anything that's not of that vibration, release it and let it go.
Mm,
And so just believe in yourself, and that, yeah, you're here to shine your light.
mhm,
Shine your light in this world, and everyone has a light to shine. So go out and be the light that you truly are,
I love
and just operate and be that every day. And then you'll jump out of bed and go, wow, I feel fantastic. I love my life. I have the best life. And when you can jump out of bed and have your MoJOY back and feel that every day, well, then every day is just a blessing, and it's an adventure, and it's like, how can I be of service? How can I help others? And what amazing, exciting adventures will unfold today. And be open, because if you're starting the day from high vibration, then you attract infinite opportunities and people and situations and circumstances and all these blessings into your life that are so profound. And just have faith and trust that all our helpers in spirit, or the universe, or whatever word resonates with you, are supporting you on this journey. And have faith and trust that you are so loved and so cared and so protected and safe always.
I love you. That is a gigantic final thought. I heard more concisely, let go of what's not serving you so that you can shine your light very powerfully. And that is a great way for us to close out the show. Of course, Linda Joy says it with so much more detail and grace and joy. So rewind this. That's the good news, and listen to her shower and wash it over you again and again. Until the next show, I'm very grateful and proud to be your host, Jessica Koch. And this is Profound Professionals. And until our next one, be kind to yourself out there and be kind to each other. Bye, everybody.
Thanks everyone. Bye bye.